Hello, Steelers Nation, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Steel City Insider podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Jeremy Hritz, alongside publisher of Steel City Insider, Jim Wexell. Jim, how are you today? We got a Steelers win to talk about.
I'm 7-6. I think that perfectly describes me. And them, and you.
Yes, yeah, 7-6. I mean, after I beat the out of this team, was super down on them last week. They pull out the 27-22 victory over the Ravens, take back over first place, and it's a different vibe. The problems are still there, but we at least have something positive to talk about.
Well, it's funny. Somebody brought up this question at the press conference and said, you guys allow 191 yards rushing when Derrick Harmon doesn't play, and 96 when he does, almost 100 yards difference. So he looks like he's coming back this week, according to Mike Tomlin. So, I mean, if that's the problem you're talking about, the run defense, because I like the secondary, I like the pass rushers. The quarterback finally looked like a quarterback. Run game's not there. I don't know about a second receiver yet, but I don't know that problem or those problems can be fixed. But the run defense might get a big boost this week. And they need it against, how do you pronounce his name? Achane?
Achane. You're asking me how to pronounce something?
Yeah, that's how bad I've been. I just haven't watched the Dolphins. This dude's number 3 rusher in the NFL. Steelers have played the top 2. They stopped one and didn't stop the other. They stopped Taylor and didn't stop Cook. Number 3 is Achane. And he left last game with a rib injury, but he's apparently okay.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot to unpack here in this week's episode. And a good place to start, I think, would be, let's start with Rodgers. Let's start with the positive. They came out throwing deep, connected to DK Metcalf. I know he had some stomach issues after the game. Hopefully he's going to be available on Monday night. I was about to say Sunday, but there was a little bit different approach in the offensive philosophy.
Yeah, it's funny. I listened to the talk show. It's my first mistake. And they're like, who's more responsible for the win, Mike Tomlin or the referees? No, okay, I get your point about the refs, but why is Mike Tomlin included in this? It's like when they lose too. It's never the players anymore. And so this was on Rodgers, man. I mean, he ripped their approach, their energy, their practice level again the week before the Bills, and he praised it last week. And he had a game, and he's got a couple veteran receivers in there. I mean, he hit those deep balls, and they did have urgency. But that urgency dissipates. You don't hit that deep ball eventually. You know, your offense isn't moving the ball again. All the urgency that you bring to that field just kind of it naturally sags. And so that wins on Aaron Rodgers, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. And the big difference this week is they sat down Roman Wilson and they brought in, here goes my pronunciation again, Jim.
No, wait. Why is that a big difference?
Well, I'm going to get there.
You really buy this stuff that they were able to throw to DK Metcalf because they had 2 guys who were cut?
Well, attention to detail, professionalism is what Rodgers brought up.
He likes it, sure.
Yeah, but I mean, do you think that had an impact on guys maybe doing the right thing, running the routes, understanding an NFL offense, having that veteran savviness that Wilson doesn't have? Do you think that contributed at all, or you think that's just a bunch of nonsense?
I don't think it contributed at all. Now, it contributes in the way that Rodgers was allowed to talk about it, make a point, and this week it'll help in practice again. You know, little things. It's funny. You're like some of those guys that get into press conferences that so-and-so said after the game this, and then the other team said that. And if you put all this together, that means this. What? I don't know. Hey, Jeremy, I'm jagging you, but you may have some points, but I expected more out of especially MVS.
Yeah.
And Rodgers tried to get him the ball late. Nothing.
Yeah.
What, he dropped the 3-yard pass, or it was a bad pass, or he caught it? What? I mean, I think anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Rodgers did flash a little his wills on that touchdown run too. So he looked a little bit nimble for a 42-year-old guy back there.
Yeah. He is now the second player in NFL history. Only he and Brady passed for 280 yards in a game. That's 42 plus, 42-year-olds.
Yeah.
But uh, uh, there was something about him running for a touchdown. But anyway, the important thing is he's 4-0 against the Ravens. Dude, don't lose against the Ravens.
That's good.
So,
That's
they
that's
could
good.
lose all three of these next games, and they're still going to beat the Ravens because they have Rodgers, right?
I from your mouth to God's ears, Jim.
Just start Mason the next three games.
No,
Just keep Rodgers healthy.
no, because do you remember a few years back? I remember when we did the podcast after they played the Lions, and I think Rudolph fumbled. They were winning the game, and he fumbled near the sideline. Detroit recovered the ball. It would have been a win. So no, no Mason. Let's just we need continuity here. So none of that. None of that.
I did talk to Mason the other day before the game. I talked to Rodgers too. I ever tell you my daughter played at Ohio U for a coach named Aaron Rodgers?
You did not.
I should show you a picture. Google him one of these days. Ohio U women's soccer coach Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
It looks just like him. Looks just like the quarterback. And we used to have fun with that. And Rodgers was with Green Bay. I mean, back when my daughter played, and he's a little older than Aaron, the quarterback, and a little taller because he was a goalkeeper in college in North Texas. He was a goalkeeper. Anyway, so I approached Rodgers. I don't do that. We have our little mobs, but I'm feeling a little bit of a kinship with him a little bit. I walked. I said, Aaron, have you heard of the Ohio U soccer coach named Aaron Rodgers? He goes, how's he spell his name? I said, same as you. He said, I said, he looks like you too. He goes, get out. I showed him the picture and he's like, I'm Googling this dude tonight. So anyway, I thought this is a good time. I saw Mason sitting by himself. I said, it's a good time to ask Mason about it, his looks too. I walk up, I say, Mason, he says, hey, how you doing? I said, that mustache and that little goatee thing you got going on. He goes, yeah. I go, is that in honor of Val Kilmer passing this year? I mean, Tombstone, Doc Holliday? He said, no.
Hmm. I did see there at the end of the game on the sideline. Obviously, I wasn't watching in Baltimore. I wasn't there, but I was calling this week, Jim. Uh, Mason gave Rodgers a big hug at the
Yeah.
end. So I mean, it's good to
Yeah.
see that there's camaraderie there. He was excited for him,
Yeah.
but great performance, and they're going to need it. He hasn't hit that 300-yard mark yet, but he's got 4 games to do it, or maybe he's saving it for the postseason.
Well, that's why he is. That's why he didn't do anything in the fourth quarter. He said, "I can't get it over 300 yet."
Yeah.
So we got higher points to. Yeah, I agree, Jay. Very good, Jeremy. Very good call. Saving it for the playoffs.
Saving it for the postseason, baby. So not really much else to talk about offensively. The running game couldn't get going, but it doesn't seem like that was their plan of attack.
Doesn't seem like it wants to.
No, no,
You
but
know, my boss's theory at Westmoreland Transit. I have a second job. I drive a bus 2 days a week, handicap people. And he's a huge Steelers fan. He's pretty good. He's pretty astute. He said it's because they bunch everybody at the line of scrimmage, and he went on about it. It made sense. You got tight ends playing in close who can't block. You've got three offensive tackles, and you really don't have to double cover the receivers. If whatever one you have out there, you can put everybody at the line, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you got to scheme it. You got to scheme up the run.
You just scheme it up, and maybe there's some assistant coaches that like Tom Arth, guys like that, who've been waiting in the wings for their chance to scheme it up.
Yeah. But Jalen Warren did have that nice reception for a touchdown. Again, he continues to make plays. So even though nothing could get going on the ground, he still contributed. So it was good to see that from him.
I want to put that on Rodgers too. He read the blitz. It was a blitz coming off. It left Jalen untouched, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
And something else to point out too, and we'll shift over to the defense, but I did want to point out just the veteran presence of Rodgers on the field whenever the
Oh,
first
I thought you were going to say the veteran presence of Thielen.
no. But he was pissed off. The I think it was
Yeah,
Calvin Austin with the catch, and they didn't run
yeah.
up to the line and run the play. But later in the game, something similar happened. He got him up there, ran the play. Those intangibles, or just that experience, that could pay dividends. No pun intended with my background. Um, but that could pay dividends down the line if they get into the postseason. So I thought that was a pretty heads up play
Well,
by
it took him 42 years and a half. He had to learn the first time that these guys aren't going to help me.
yeah.
I mean, he should have done that the first time, right?
It's true. It's true.
I,
So
I don't know. I mean, I didn't see it. Maybe they didn't see it. I mean, what, I don't know. I don't know the dynamic. And, everybody wants to blame the coaches all the time, especially when you like your quarterback and he's blowing a gasket. And of course, it's the coach's fault.
yeah,
So, I mean, yeah, they
gotta
all learn a little bit. They all learn a little bit.
gotta have a scapegoat, Jim. Gotta
Well, they're
have
working together now. I mean, that was something that it happened in a win, right? And
yeah.
so obviously they learned by the second half they did it right, according to Jeremy. I wasn't aware of that play
I
that
yep.
happened.
It
Yeah,
happened again for a second time. They got up. It was a close. I can't remember who it was on the reception, but it looked a bit sketchy. So
Isaiah Likely.
it was a Steeler. It was a Steeler. It was not. Although we won't get into the referee talk for the Ravens, but let's shift over to the defense, Jim. Steelers did give up a lot of rushing yardage, but it didn't impact, thankfully, the outcome of the game. Lamar Jackson, I kept saying to myself, he's going to make a mistake. He seems mistake prone whenever the pressure increases in the game. A lot of people saying he didn't look like himself because of his injuries, but the Steelers found a way to get it done despite them getting some momentum going the second half.
Man, I didn't, I thought Lamar looked okay. And I thought in the second half, yeah, I thought he was going to pull it off until the very end. Even 9 seconds left, I thought was too many. So I was nervous the entire time. And then the Highsmith sack. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and let's take some time to give some kudos to Highsmith because he did ice the game. Came up with a big play there at the very end when they needed it, and had it not been for that pressure, not even considering the sack, but just forcing him to make a decision, it could have been a different outcome. I was sweating. I was sweating.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know about your he was just waiting for him to make a mistake. I thought he was gonna finish the game. I thought he was gonna stab him. But he didn't.
He didn't. He didn't. And now that
Well, it's
brings
great coaching. You know, Tomlin is he's a genius in moments like that.
oh, I think we might get some exceptions to that statement.
Yeah, a few.
But you don't have to read the comments, Jim. I'll take care of
I
that.
don't. We got a couple fans, but for the most part, it seems like most of them don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
So here's what I really want to spend some time talking about. I mean, we could keep going over this Ravens game, but I'd like to just shift the attention to what's headed for the Steelers team. Obviously, the Dolphins, who are on a little bit of an upswing here. Monday night, they haven't played well against Miami in the last couple seasons. From my recollection, it's a matchup with Minka Fitzpatrick. You wonder if Jalen Ramsey, I mean, I know he wasn't there very long, but if he'll have an extra edge this week, if Jonnu Smith might have a little bit of an extra edge this week. But
oh God, John, do we have to bring him into the game plan again? I mean, haven't we proven if Fryermuth needs the ball? Let's just root for Jalen Ramsey. I mean, he's due. He's due for a big play, right? This is perfect for him.
he is due.
Anyway, I mean, Miami's coming up here. Their last, well, they played at New York, but the previous four games were all at home.
Mm-hmm.
and they've played an easy schedule. They've played 3-3-10 teams in a row. So after the Dolphins, it's at Detroit, tough one, really, but not useful in the tiebreakers. And then Cleveland, winnable game, and then Baltimore at home. Meanwhile, Baltimore, they got Cincinnati. They go to Cincinnati this week.
Tough one.
That'll be tough. And New England and Green Bay and Pittsburgh.
Brutal.
They have a tougher schedule.
It's
And
brutal.
the Steelers have the tiebreaker right now. And Steelers lose to Detroit and Ravens lose to Cincinnati or New England. That's another AFC game. I know common opponents is the third tiebreaker, but they're common games too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, the stage is set for the Steelers to make a push here. Everything is falling their way. And I was thinking today, I wanted to pose this question to you. So if you go to if we flash back to last year when the Steelers were, I think, 10-3 at one point with good old Russell Wilson, and you look at that team and the position they were in after that Bengals game, where I think Peyton Wilson had an interception for a touchdown, or maybe it was a fumble recovery for a touchdown. And you look at where they were, and then the decline that happened that season, and then you look at where they are now, 7-6, first place in the division with a softer schedule. What position would you rather be in? 10-3 last year or 7-6 this year? Do you think that they're in a better position to make a push?
I'm unsure of the question, but this position puts them in first place in the division, and that means a home playoff game, which means one possible playoff win, and maybe that will at least change the story of the hatred of Tomlin.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have to hear about playoff wins in the last 10 years. It'll be something else. Yeah. So I'm unsure of what the rebuild is. As I wrote in my column, I don't know what is wanted here. Do you want to play Will Howard and go 4-13? And so you can draft another quarterback? I mean, this experience for Will Howard losing and going 4-13 is worthless. He looked bad in practice the other day. You guys are crazy if you think he's going to step in and win the job or is assured of quarterback of the future status. He's got a process to go through, and learning from Aaron Rodgers is the best thing that could be happening to him right now.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Do you want to hire somebody else to go 3-14? Because being 9-8 is the problem. It's spinning your wheels. And I recognize that's a problem too. I don't know how to get out of it. Chuck Noll had the same problem in the 80s. It's hard to get out of it. You just got to keep drafting good players, and eventually you get a Dermontti Dawson here and guys like that, and then you Greg Lloyd there and a Rod Woodson and a Carnell Lake, and then you can go into the mid 90s and build from there. So I just don't know what a new coach is going to change. Everybody wants to get out of the mediocrity. They want to go 4-13 apparently.
Yeah,
which I don't. But it would be nice to take the year off.
That would not be good for our views.
Our views. How good are our views now?
They're actually increasing a bit. So thank you.
Well, that's because you're carrying the ball, man. You've left me out of the game plan. You told me to stop reading the comments. You're getting Matt Cecil to be on. It only makes sense that the views will increase. Less Wexell, more views. That's like a industry standard.
Oh, no, more. We need more Wexell. That's what the world needs. That's what Steelers Nation needs is more Wexell.
Man, I guess if you say so.
Yeah,
I'll do my best. I got this book out, Craig Wolfley's book. Please buy it. Poor Faith Wolfley. She's getting paid in books. Let's sell the book for her.
Yeah.
Amazon, and we're not going to get much marketing because Craig, of course, has passed. It's a posthumous book, so we're not going to get on TV and radio, really. But it's worth it. And you have something to sell.
Yeah, well, I'll make sure that I have that linked down in the show notes to get that book, and I'm actually gonna hopefully get your inscription on the books that I'm ordering. I don't reveal who one is going to because you'll ruin the surprise. But yeah, I can't wait to read it. But yeah, I got something coming up here. You guys know that I am former high school principal, trader, and investor in the stock market, which who would have thought that?
Yeah, that's like a real job.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know about that stuff.
yeah. But I am going to be teaching a free class coming up January 5th, teaching the fundamentals of investing, how to build your wealth, because it's my personal belief that everybody should know how to do this. And it's not as hard as you think. I didn't know anything about the market before I got into it. I was a high school English teacher and a high school principal, crying out loud. But it's going to be January 5th. And as an incentive, I'm giving away $1,000 to one lucky participant over the 4-day period. And you can use that to start your own brokerage account. It's called the New Year's Wealth Accelerator. The link will be in the description. So I'd love for you guys to come out and see me in a different light from beating up on the Steelers team. So make sure you check that out.
All right. Sounds good, Jeremy. Congratulations.
All right. Well, thanks.
Congratulations on having a real job, man.
Yeah, yeah. I get to work from home. I'm my own boss. So except for you, you're my boss. So and you're hard. You're hard on
Yeah.
you're hard on me, Jim. Hard on me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how I am.
Yep. But that's going to do it for this episode of Still City Insider. We will see you back here next week, hopefully discussing a win over the Dolphins. Again, make sure you check out the Wolfley book. We'll have that link down below. Jim, anything else before we wrap up here?
No, no. Just make your comments.
All right. Make the comments if Jim doesn't read them.
I can pretty much know what they're going to be.
All right. Well,
have to do with Tomlin and Wexell.
There we
Get
go.
rid of them both.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. All right, Jim.
All right, man.
Have a great
ya.
See ya.
Yeah. Have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I know just where my feet will rest.